I'm here with Aaron Hequembourg at the Sausalito Art Festival, and I'm standing in front of one of his engraved paintings that he's brought with him this year. Have you been to the Sausalito Art Festival before?
First time in Sausalito, and I've come here from Monticello, Georgia, about an hour east of Atlanta.
Well, welcome. Can you tell us a little bit about the pieces that you brought, and maybe this piece in particular?
This is the wood and the book pages are from our farm in Georgia, which has been in my wife's family since 1815. This is some of the interior walls of one of the sharecropper houses, and I've glued the book pages down, and then I carve my drawing through the paper into the wood. And this piece in particular is Josephine Moore, who is one of my neighbors. All of the pieces are either my neighbors or my children, and then everybody that's in the piece gets 10% of the proceeds whenever I sell the piece.
It's wonderful. So obviously if people are interested in buying, they can come down to the festival and buy from here, or they can also go to a website and find your work?
I have a website, bigwhitedog.net.
Bigwhitedog.net. Okay.
Easier to spell than Hequembourg.
Yes. And are there any other pieces that you want to talk about, or any other specific?
This piece here, this is Josephine's husband, Willie, holding cotton. He told me this story when he posed for this piece. He had to pick 100 pounds of cotton a day, or else his parents punished him. And he told me he never got over 85 pounds. So, and when I paid him, I've paid him for other pieces before talking about that subject, and the people that he grew up with said, yep, that's the way it was for me too. It's life in the rural South is still very hard.
That's amazing stuff. And then I see this is from probably an old church hymnal.
Yeah, that was an old Baptist hymnal that was in one of the buildings on the farm.
How did you dive into this particular style?
I went to school for engraving and etching, and I couldn't afford a press when I got out of school, so I started to carve paintings that were very contemporary. And then I met my wife, we got married and moved on to the farm that's been in her family all this time. And her uncle said, you need to get a permit and burn down those sharecropper houses. And I thought, well, I use wood. I hate to see it all go to waste. Some of those houses, I was the first person that had been in them in 80 years. And some of the sharecropper houses, as I've taken them apart, I can see that the first two rooms were slave houses. So some of this wood predates slavery.
Wow. So that's very environmentally friendly.
Yeah.
Art.
I was green before it was cool.
Well, welcome to Sausalito.
Thank you very much.
And if anybody wants to come and check out some of your work, your booth number is 304.
Yep.
So come on down to 304 and say hi to Aaron at the Sausalito Art Festival 2013.